Hey everyone, welcome back to Adobe Live. I'm your host Annika. Another Adobe Express stream is your way today on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm here joined by a filmmaker and content creator, Tej Patel today. Hey Tej, how's it going today?
What's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's nice outside. We have a worldwide audience. I'm really excited to welcome everybody on both YouTube and Behance. If you are joining us from anywhere in the world, let me know where you are from. So let us know where you're tuning in from. And I'm going to ask you to take it over from here, Tej. What are we doing today? What are you all about? What kind of content do you create? And what are we making today? What are we getting into? Let's get into it.
Awesome. I'm so hyped for today. So, I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and creator. So, basically, I love creating things around my life and my journey as a creative. And lately, I've been working really hard on my YouTube channel and trying to grow it. So, today, I'm going to be pretty much sharing some of the things I've been doing in terms of using Adobe Express to help me promote the videos on my YouTube channel. I always tell people like we put so much effort into making a YouTube video, and recently, like long form videos have been a big thing for me. And I've gone from like making videos that are a minute long and they're super like easy to make, but long form videos, like I've found myself spending 2 weeks making like one video. And
Yeah.
so now it's like I've been using Adobe Express so that I can actually get people to watch those videos by promoting them in different ways. So
That's pretty cool. I'm really excited for this, especially because I struggle with like recorded videos. I love live streams, but recorded videos are a personal struggle. So I'm excited. I know that folks in the chat will be excited to hear all about it. Let's say hi to the chat. We have Cody, Umakon, Vlad in the chat saying hello, joining from Ukraine. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, let's dive into it. Let's create some assets.
yeah, what's good with the chat too? I would love for people to chime in with any questions or anything they have um, as I explain things. But let's get into it. So I'm gonna show you guys like pretty much. I've been using Adobe Express in a lot of different ways. You can see here I got my project put up. Um, One of the things I've done recently with my YouTube channel, which is super important, is using thumbnails. So I used Adobe Express to create this thumbnail right here, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna kind of walk you guys through like how I did that, right? And why Adobe Express was like super clutch in helping me make that. Um so yeah, I'm gonna basically like recreate it.
Let's
And
do it.
yeah, so pretty
Let us
much
know in
what
the chat if you've also ever created any assets on Adobe Express. Are we using the Adobe Express beta today?
yeah, so I actually did create it in the beta. Let me go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and open that up. I slide between both the beta
Okay.
and the other one and the regular.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is actually it right here. So I'm gonna do two things. Actually, what I'm gonna do right is I have this thumbnail made, right, and instead of remaking it, I actually, so what I was explaining, right, is that I've been making things like this, and like thumbnails are super important. So I put a lot of time into making this thumbnail, but I was able to quickly make it in Adobe Express.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I have my Instagram here, and I actually have this video, which is like a trailer, right, for um my actual YouTube video. And
Yeah.
the thumbnail here is not like, it's not up to par with like my YouTube video. So I've been meaning to update that. So I kind
Yeah.
of wanted to show you guys how I'd go about doing that real quick in Adobe Express,
Yeah.
since this is one of my favorite features in Express, which is that you can basically add a new page,
Mm-hmm.
and the new page can be sized differently, I believe. So
Yeah. I think once you click into it, there's a resize option. Should be.
yeah, here we go, right here, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna go ahead, and it actually has this feature. You can just hit this,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Boom,
Oh,
there
there
we
we go.
go,
Resize.
resized. But let me see if we can actually take this, duplicate the page, right, and then hop in here. and then it
Mhm.
should help us kind of resize this and
Yeah.
have a good base here. So now we're gonna kind of remake the styling of this, right? So um, what I like to do for Instagram, since it's
Mhm.
like vertical, so this is my timeline put up right here, and I have different shots from my video, and
Are we
so
using Premiere Pro for this? Do you typically use that for your work?
yeah, I use Premiere for like pretty much every video that I make.
Mhm.
So I like to just basically pick three stills from my video to help
Yeah.
me like gain the main gist of the video. Right now in my YouTube video I have like, those two. So pretty much I'm just looking for like three different good stills. I like this one. It shows me basically my YouTube video also, by the way, is about like the story of how I went from a beginner filmmaker to working with the NFL and
Yeah.
how all
I've actually
that.
seen that video. That is
Oh,
pretty
no
cool.
way.
Yeah. I was
That's like,
actually that footage is really, really good. So if you guys haven't seen it, I think it's on your Instagram.
yeah, it's on my Instagram and
Yeah.
also the YouTube. So a little
Yeah.
trailer on the Instagram and full videos on YouTube. But yeah, so my bad.
What are we doing now? Are we just exporting
Yeah,
something
so
from
we're
Premiere?
exporting some stills from Premiere, which I love doing for these
Yeah.
type of things. Um, so I'm just gonna make still story, right? And I'm gonna export like three stills. So
Mm-hmm.
I got this one, and then I really like this one. I use it all the time. It's me with the camera when I was a kid.
Oh, that
And
is so cool.
yeah, it's just like I've just been doing the same thing. Like, I
You're
don't
just
know if
meant to do this.
I was just meant to do this, like
Yeah.
I feel for better for worse, like I always wanted to do this. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people change up what they want to do, and I just kept it the same. And I don't
Yeah.
know if that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes.
I guess
But
it's like if it works out for you, it works out for you, right?
yeah,
If you enjoy
yeah,
doing it, I always think that if it's something creative and you enjoy doing it, it's definitely worth it.
I agree. I definitely agree. And I'm happy
Yeah.
um, with where I'm at. So I'm just looking for maybe one more still here. So we got two. We got me working at the NFL. We got me as like a young kid. And I'm looking for
Mm-hmm.
like one more still.
What's kind of like your process, your thought process behind finding that still? Do you look for like composition or how do you go about finding that still?
Yeah, I'm kind of like looking for the different elements of the story. So like
Mm-hmm.
I kind of am showing right now like where it started and like
Yeah.
where it ended. And now I'm kind of looking for like something to bridge that gap and kind of give the audience like a little glimpse at like what the story is.
Mm-hmm. Just a little
Um
teaser of the video.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually have one in the beginning. That would be good. So
That's actually pretty cool. Like intentionally picking up stills from the video itself just to get the ball rolling.
yeah, I think like, that's the whole thing is like trying to attract people. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I think, Express comes in to play is like making assets that attract people to like the main thing. So I'm like really trying to be intentional with
Yeah.
what things I pick.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah. It's
know,
like a thin line between like finding that and also not making it clickbaity. With like YouTube videos, it's
yeah,
very common to have that problem.
yeah. I'm very like, I try to make things look like neat. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I picked out like four stills. I think I
Mm-hmm.
got a good idea of what we got to work with. So
Yeah.
this is our original thing. I'm just gonna delete that. And then
Okay.
this is so one of the things I like to do here, let me get rid of this. Yeah. So now we are gonna be able to basically import our new elements,
Mm-hmm.
right? That we just um added in. So we have these four things. Yeah.
Very cool. I love how seamless it is to like just get these images in Express as well.
Yeah, same. It's just super easy and super
Yeah.
quick. So now basically what I'm doing is just enlarging the images, and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do like a three tile kind of thing here.
Let me know in
Okay,
the
good.
chat if you guys have any questions for Tej here. We're just like getting into the thick and thin of it now. So yeah,
Yeah,
let us know.
we're working. So yeah, pretty much I'm just doing this three tile pane thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna enlarge these. Snaps right into play. And now we can go right here to our, oh my bad, we'll misclick to our layers. I love
Mm-hmm.
the layers panel as well because
Yeah.
we can just bring these up.
Did you know that actually the shortcuts for like layers also work? If you've ever used Illustrator and you know how to like send something back, like an object
Oh,
back, that actually works in the Express web page as well. So that's pretty cool. I actually love doing that.
I didn't know that. What's the shortcut for it?
Um, oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm just like I have reflexes with my shortcuts
Oh,
and
you just got that muscle
yeah,
memory. I know
I
how that
just
is. I
like
know how that is.
I
Okay. No, you're
I
good.
don't know how to help you there. But
That's
in the
actually
chat,
so
if
funny
someone
because
knows,
I actually understand you completely because it's
yeah,
just like we don't even know what we're clicking. It's just like, yeah,
yeah.
you know, we're
It's just like I've done that so many times. I guess it's like command and left and right square bracket, but I'm not too sure if that's the right one. Maybe you have to use more fingers for that shortcut, but I'm
it's all
not too
good.
sure. Yeah,
So good. So now we pretty much got a quick and easy new thumbnail, right,
yeah.
for my Instagram. And this
Mm-hmm.
can be used on like Instagram stories, or I'm gonna later on like replace my thumbnail here with this one, which kind of gives a lot more context. It's a lot more interesting
Yeah.
for someone to click on. So we did that real quick. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you guys some other things that I do. So um, I'm gonna go back into the other Express for this,
Let's do
the
it. I really
non-beta.
like what you made. I've actually tried doing that before on my Instagram where I did not upload like a cover image for the reel. And then I had to go back and put something and I had to like really make sure that everything was centered on the thing because you
Yeah,
cannot move it around and you cannot zoom out like after the fact that you've posted it. So it's like you got to keep the text in the center if you want to do that.
yeah, word. I'm gonna open up this project real quick and just show you guys like this is Instagram reel cover and like
Mm-hmm.
story that I made for one of my films on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna show you guys some of the things that I do to kind of I'm gonna remake one right now for my latest film. And
Yeah.
so I'll show you guys my process. So here we go, opening up, and we can go straight Instagram story, right? And what I did in my latest film is that I actually used, you can see, yeah. So what I did in my latest film is I utilized AI to pretty much help me make some of the artwork.
Okay.
And so, my bad, let me just drag this over here and show you guys. Yeah.
So do you typically create like cover images using Adobe Express or what kind of assets? Do you also create like promotional assets for your videos?
Yeah, so this is kind of what we're working on right now is like more going to be
Mm-hmm.
like more of a promotional asset. So it's like
Okay.
something on my story. So I just want to show you guys like the context is like I exported it and pretty
Mm-hmm.
much have all of these different stills that I'm working with, and then
Yeah.
I had used these in my video. Now
Okay.
I love Adobe Express for this. I use it all the time for this. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite things because after I kind of discovered this, I've been using it like way more to help me create
Yeah.
like stories and things like that. So I just go over here to the layout and I can quickly, and they have like such cool layouts. I usually just go for this one. And then
Yeah.
it's like now you have the three panels and you can go ahead and just choose which images you want in each panel. And then
Yeah.
you can quickly create a story. So
I love
this
that.
is what we just
Can
did.
we actually zoom the Adobe Express window back up just so that it's
Oh,
full
yes,
screen?
yes.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much now I'm just going to show you guys um, some of the graphics that I got and how it
It
go
looks like
about.
very like the collage is like a very comic book sort of a thing, even with these generated images. It seems like that. Like it's a
Yeah, it
comic
is.
series. Yeah.
that's exactly what I was kind of going for with this.
Yeah.
So actually we can go over here on the right panel. We
Mm-hmm.
choose the image,
Oh,
right? First we'll upload.
yeah.
And I'm trying to see again context of which ones we want. So
Oh,
this,
is it your story? It kind of seems like this is
yeah, it is
your
my
story.
story.
Okay, okay,
It's kind of based on
okay.
my story, and like the
Yeah.
story is that I went to a music concert. It was
Mm-hmm.
like Young Thug and 21 Savage performing, like two hip
Yeah.
hop artists, and I went, and that concert kind of butterfly affected me into being able to like shoot with the NFL like years later.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's kind of what I want to give context about in this.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird that it's not replacing the image.
Yeah, usually it does. Let me
Yeah.
just refresh it.
Yeah. Probably just because like the team is working on things right now, so that's probably why.
Maybe I need to upload it first. Let's just throw these in here. There we
Okay, there
go.
we go.
Sweet.
Love that. In the chat again, if you have any questions, let us know. If you've ever used the collage feature, I've actually never used it, so this is intriguing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah.
Is
So
this on the
now
beta as well? I'm not too sure if it is. I don't think
I
so.
don't think it is. That's why I switched,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be added.
Yeah. There's lots of cool stuff in the beta as well. I love using the attention insight add-on. I feel like that's my favorite because like with any kind of composition, if you're like a content creator or like a small business owner, doesn't necessarily have a graphic design background, you can use the attention insight add-on to like see what the user is going to look at first. The AI
Oh,
can help you do that, so it's like pretty cool.
yeah. So this is pretty much like um a collage, right? And
Mhm.
then we're gonna experiment here as well, because um see what we could do with this.
That's actually pretty cool. I think I'll make a collage for a cover now.
Yo, that's awesome. Yeah, then I like adding multiple pages and whatnot too.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you ever
I'm
use the
trying.
templates in Adobe Express for your covers?
I do use the templates. I typically I use the templates more for thumbnails at times
Mm-hmm.
than covers, but
Yeah.
because I kind of came up with this styling for covers now,
Yeah.
and I like it. But I'm gonna show you guys. I'm trying to see. I just blinking on where the cut background is.
Do you mean remove background?
Yeah.
Oh, so I think it's not visible right now just because the image is added to the background. So if you untoggle that on the right,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, if you untoggle that, it'll let you do it. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Remove background is now visible on top. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
That's
like to
usually
do
what it
this
happens.
sometimes
Yeah.
to so what I'll do at times is basically take this image
Mm-hmm.
and then duplicate it, right?
Okay.
And then I will pretty much
Oh, so
I
you're
like
kind of creating like a parallax effect with that.
yeah, yeah. So creating a
Okay.
parallax effect.
I love that. I've actually done something like that before with like just blurring out the background image and making
Yeah,
it seem like there's depth of field, but there's not actually. And you're just like faking it till you make it.
that's sick. Yeah, I like doing this type of effect,
Yeah.
and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. And I like using it. I like using this with text. So use the
Okay.
text kind of like
Oh, I see where you're going with this. I'm really excited.
yeah. So then um let's see. Let's see some snappy.
Hmm. Are we thinking of a title?
Yeah.
The shoot. Oh,
that
you're coming. I love that
I'm
this is
coming up
like
with like
such an authentic process of like you coming up with like a snappy like hook right now
yeah,
for the
trying to come up
audience.
with this little
Yeah,
snappy hook.
I love it.
Hmm. Or just maybe do, let's see.
What are we thinking about? What's the thought process like?
Well, I think I might just do well, okay. The context is that this is kind of showing how I walked in the story. I basically had no access to go photograph this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hopped in the photographer for Young Doug, or like one of the for the artists who's
Yeah,
performing. I hopped in his live stream and I was just like, "Hey, can I?" Like he went on Instagram live
yeah.
before the show, and I just hopped in there and I was like, "Hey, like, can I photograph the show?" And he said sure and wrote me a pass and was like, "Come through." So I had to rush to the venue.
Whoa,
So
that's a great story there.
yeah, so like kind of it's just like the the message the message that really changed my life for real.
The
The
message got
message that
delivered. The message that delivered.
the
I
message
don't know.
that changed my life is pretty much like it
Yeah,
really did.
yeah.
Um, when I got like the go ahead to kind of do that. So
That is pretty
um,
sick. That's like kind of like go after what you're looking for and just ask for it, and you never really know that.
just ask. You never
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what is gonna happen if you
yeah.
just ask.
Also, like the
That's
worst that could happen is like a no, which was already the case if you didn't ask. So it's like, yeah,
so
there's
true.
nothing you
Yeah,
can
you're so
lose.
right about that. It's
Yeah,
just yeah, we can you can get it in your head.
yeah,
Like I get in my head so much about different things like that.
yeah. I feel that as a creative, I feel like all of us can relate to that at some point in
Yeah.
our lives.
So here we go. And I'm just trying to sandwich this text in the right spot. See what's going on here. Edit this cutout.
Oh, are we cutting out the image now?
Yeah, so we're right now, I'm kind of just trying to clean this up and get it looking a bit better. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to create an effect where this phone is a is kind of overlapping the text.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I love that the remove
refresh.
background has like a cutout feature as well.
Yeah, it lets you refine it and whatnot because like it's
Yeah.
not always
Yeah.
um
What you want.
yeah, it's not always what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. If you click on that little bar on the right, like the tool next to the
Mm-hmm.
text thing, you can actually select the text.
Oh, okay,
Um,
yeah.
that's
Or is that what you meant?
oh no, just like
That's not what
on
you
the
meant.
canvas itself, like yeah, just the one on the right. Just the tool on the right of the box.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, just
Thank
right
you.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to kind of just add some, want the text to be readable, but then
Mm-hmm.
I always like to add some parallax effect into it.
Yeah.
So it is,
I feel like that also is like one of the strategies that you can implement, just like having the audience curious, like, how did you create this? Even if they're not interested in the content, like, worst comes to worst, like, they're interested in how it looks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, at least it looks interesting. And I'm trying to get their attention in some
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
So I think like it goes a long way to kind of add some extra detail
Mm-hmm.
to what I'm making.
Yeah. I also like how you're like moving it around and seeing what position actually works with the text layout as well, just so that the
Yeah.
lockup is still visible.
Yeah, it's a lot of like just experimenting. That's all
Mm-hmm.
creating is to me.
Yeah.
What looks
Absolutely.
what looks good.
Yeah. It looks bad before it looks good. We all know that.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Now we're doing some more edits. I love that.
Yep. So let me bring these two here. Trying to just create some more space.
Mm-hmm. Thinking about composition and how you can like add that text there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you have like this, like you have a great eye for composition as well, where you actually pulled up these images from the whole generated series where it had the negative space for the text to go through because you had that vision from the get go and you wanted that. And so you were like, oh, maybe these
Yeah.
fit the kind of style that I'm going for today. That's
Yeah,
actually a
no, that's
great tip.
100% true.
Yeah.
That negative space, I was like, yep, this is going to be perfect for some text.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta grab this one. I love that Clever in chat says Express is really fun and powerful and only takes a little imagination and effort. And Melanie also joining us saying, never used Express on this level before. Well, that's great. Yeah, if you have any
Oh,
questions,
that's
let
actually
us know.
such a cool comment.
Yeah, yeah. Let me
Yeah, Express
screen
has
grab
so
that.
many like cool things, and I especially love like the things like, oh, the quick like background removal tool. Like right now I'm just being a bit pickier than
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel I want to say I'm not that picky, but like let's be honest, I am. But
We all are. We're all guilty of that.
but but yeah,
Yeah.
I think like what I'm saying is like it's just fast to be able to
Mm-hmm.
make something,
Yeah.
and and it and it just works. Like, you can cut out the background and
Yeah,
things
it's
like
like
that.
so many powerful features of the other Adobe Suite applications in one. And I feel like that kind of helps get you going really quickly.
It
And
does.
I've actually used it on the iPad before as well. So that's actually neat that you can use those features
Oh,
there. Yeah.
I
So
don't
if
know
you're
if
like,
I've tried that.
yeah, maybe you should try that. Like if you're out filming and shooting, you should just like pull up your iPad and show people Express.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Be
I
like,
like
hey, this
like
is how
I
I
like
do
doing
it.
things outside too. Like
Yeah.
I like
Like just
just
out by the water making
yes.
Express things. Yeah.
Yeah. I love doing
Yeah.
that. I'll take my laptop to the park,
Yeah.
and people are like, "You do that? Like that's crazy." And I'm like,
You're like me then. I do
"Yes."
that.
I'm like the only one in the park with the laptop, and I'm like, "Yeah,
Yep.
I'm trying to balance my life
Yep.
right now."
I'm touching grass while making
I'm
content on
touching
Adobe
grass. That's
Express.
actually
Yeah,
okay. We're almost done with this. I'm like,
I love that. We're about just 29 minutes into the stream, so we have about 20-ish minutes to go. Just a little time check for everyone watching and for you.
sweet, thank you.
Yeah. Melanie is glad that they joined, so thank you. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks, Melanie. Yeah, this is looking pretty good right now. It just
Umukan
needs.
enjoying the grass joke there. So we all
Us
feel
just
that.
we're
We all
just
need,
touching grass.
yeah, we all need the mental health walk. Don't at me. It's important. I love it. So are we planning to add more text to it? Where are we going with this?
We're pretty much done with this. It's just gonna be,
Okay.
yeah. It's just gonna be yeah, the message that changed my life. I'm trying to just make sure.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. A little particular about, yeah, I like this. I think you can still read it and you can kind of see the thing. So this is something that I would like basically post on like Instagram stories and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and even things like then you can add another page and we can make it same dimensions and do it again. I just want to make one like really fast. Just to show you when I'm not in my head about every decision that I make, how
It's
fast
all
you can
good.
actually
It's all
do it.
good. We're seeing the authentic process on a live stream. We get it. It takes time. You're good.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've done it in general when
Mm-hmm.
I just whip it up really fast and just put it on there for people to kind of
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So here I'm kind of showing this scene where I like really struggled. So like the story I always start with like the story I'm trying to tell in like three
Mm-hmm.
things, right? And like the
Mm-hmm.
story is here is that I was like really struggling in school to like just in general, like I was so bad at school and it was
Yeah.
just like really frustrating for me. So this is kind of me showing that story of like my cameras are behind me
Yeah.
and I'm like stressing in school about other things and I've like given up. I've
Mm-hmm.
given up what I've like really enjoyed. So I'm quickly kind of telling these different stories,
Yeah.
and we can even create one more and then we have like three different stories that kind of show people um a little glimpse into the main story that I'm telling. So we're gonna do one more right here.
Yeah. And then maybe we can do like a YouTube thumbnail or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Get
yeah.
into that.
So here we're gonna do one more story like this. And yeah, I'm just a big fan of this layout feature. I think it's like perfect,
Yeah.
especially for creating reels.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that these images are like fit the size of Instagram? Like the square when it comes up on your feed, or do you not select that when you're posting reel?
I do. So like pretty much the I
App do
like
its thing.
I let the app do its thing. I kind of focus on the middle
Mm-hmm.
one and then
Okay.
I like show the two other sides like
Yeah.
if it's like a feed post, it'll be
Yeah.
like something like this. Like this one is an
Yeah.
example.
Okay.
Um
Yeah.
Even this one is an example, but I like that it shows that okay, there's something else there, you know?
Yeah. Click on it to find out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then of course when you watch it in like the Reels page, that's where it
Mm-hmm.
all comes up. But these are also something that like these, for example, I would just post as Instagram stories and then I would like put text on top of it in Instagram itself. Um and maybe write some context and then share a link to my actual YouTube video.
Yeah.
So, some little interesting assets that we have here. Um yeah, I think like one thing we can do is maybe try to improve this thumbnail here and give
Mm-hmm.
some more context to my second thumbnail here because you guys see I have text here and text in this one, but I have no text in this one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take that real
We
quick
need
and
that
see if we can
consistency.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I like it Express for doing this as well. Like since a lot of the platforms let you pretty much like update things later on. And
Yeah.
I think it's like a cool thing that I would like to do when I get time is like kind of come up like I always have new ideas for every single thing that I do. And I think like being able to have like a consistent theme in like the assets that I make and like the thumbnails across Instagram and YouTube and things like that would be
Mm-hmm.
cool. So here I'm
That's pretty
clicking.
cool though. That actually brings me like a question of my own where I personally think that like I personally find it hard to like find the balance between putting text on stills where I feel like sometimes it's too much text where how do you balance that? Do you think about how much text you want to put in or do you leave some with no text at all? How does that work out?
Yeah, that's that. I debate that too. It's
Yeah.
just like it is something to think about. I think
Yeah.
like I've been studying how people do it and whatnot too. It's so interesting because it's like a lot of
Yeah.
the times people put a different text in the thumbnail than what their
Mhm.
title is.
Yeah, they do.
So
Yes.
yeah, so it's like and I think that makes sense because now it's like okay, what's the point of repeating the title? We are, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
then you
also,
give
it's
them a
like,
different context.
yeah, exactly. So if you're like watching on your phone, you would probably not look at the title as much because it's so tiny. And you would
Yeah.
look, your eyes would go more towards the photo that's on the thumbnail. That makes
So I'm
sense.
I'm just gonna drag in this because I think like this is a good background image for us to work
Mm-hmm.
with. I
Yeah.
mean, it's basically my thumbnail right now. It's just this still that I exported from my video, but I
Yeah.
think we can try to use Express to make it a little more interesting. I
Mm-hmm.
was taking a look at maybe some of the templates to see if I like any of the text.
Do you ever do like a search query on the templates, or do you just go by like all of them?
Oh yeah, I do a search. I
Okay.
don't. I'm just trying. Let's see. Maybe we can do a search. Maybe let's search like
No, I'm
the.
just curious because I get
I,
overwhelmed with like the number of templates if I don't do a search.
that is true.
There's
I
just
don't
so
know.
many.
I do both.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Vintage. I like how vintage. Oh, these are cool. I have a good feeling about us finding something here.
Ooh, I love that it has like film effect on that as well.
Yeah, this one is cool. Let's see. I'll probably use that one. Let me just see what other options we got. This is a little interesting.
Okay.
I like this.
I also like
So
it.
I added it as a new page because I just kind of want to steal. This is what I do a lot of the time since I mean this one is like also simple, which I love. It's just like a
Mm-hmm.
background image and this text.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna like essentially like steal the text
Yeah.
because I'm actually not good at like coming up with like typography, which
Mm-hmm.
is why it's just like not one of my strongest skills. So that's why I actually love the templates because to me it's just like they have such cool typography to
Yeah.
kind of just take from.
Yeah.
So
To
I'm just
complement
looking.
your design. I love that.
Yeah.
So do you
I
like
also
often
like
copy
this one.
paste? Ooh, that is a fun one.
Yeah.
I like
See,
the
I'll just
elements
that
in there as well.
experimenting.
Yeah.
I'd like this one. Yeah.
Okay. It's
So
very
this is
interesting to see your process because I usually lean towards like sans serif fonts and you're
yeah,
leaning towards serifs. It's like so fascinating to see it.
that is that is interesting. Yeah, I feel like now that you mentioned that, I am a fan of these for I feel like I recently stepped into
Mm-hmm.
serif being a
Yeah.
serif stan.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love
so
it.
let's see. What shall I title this? I'm trying to think because my video is how I fell in love with photography and filmmaking.
Mm. Okay. My copyright skills are out the window today, so I can't help you
No,
there.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's like make it
Mm,
relatable to the audience, but also intentional with your story, right?
yeah,
I guess that's how they do it.
yeah. I think I'm gonna start with just like repeating my title.
Okay, yeah. That's a good starting point. Yeah, let us know chat if you have any suggestions.
Chat, help me. We need some suggestions
Yeah,
for titles.
we do need suggestions for titles. And if you have any titles of your own or how you come up with titles of your own, let us know. Maybe we can brainstorm some ideas here.
Yeah, let's see. What do I just look at these for inspiration too?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, a
Box.
design
Do I
element
want a
there.
box?
Oh, it's cool that you already have like kind of a box on the left there.
Yeah, this box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I'm a big fan of like I'm like a centered things type of person. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like a debate in itself. Like, do I
Yeah,
center the text or do I left line it? Yeah. Let's not get
but
into that today.
yeah, let's not. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I also love these things too. This font recommendations. I use this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I love just clicking through this.
Yeah. I love that
I
it
actually
picks up
do like this one.
elements. I do also like this one. I feel like I've like strayed you towards sans serifs now with
Yeah,
my
yeah,
comment
yeah.
there.
I think so. You said it, and now that's like all it's
Now
giving
it's in
me.
your head. Now it's all you can think about. Just like getting font recommendations for sans serifs. Love to see
Yeah.
it.
Okay, sure, sure. Okay. I like this one.
Sweet.
Yeah, I love being able to just like click through and like pick.
Yeah, I think like the bolder ones are lending it to legibility as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
think about. So I think one thing I also like to do
Mm-hmm.
is sometimes look inside this
Yeah.
panel
Yeah.
and start playing around with different elements here
Mm-hmm.
that can so I'll show you what I like to do with these. So here's like cool this we're gonna experiment. We're gonna do some experimenting.
Love it.
So okay,
I think
so
we have two of them.
we have
Oh,
two. Yeah.
I love that color. How is that not on normal mode already? It's just like on multiply by default. That is cool.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I didn't
Yeah, I
think it
haven't
would
seen that
be.
happen before.
It is just on okay, here's normal, but it came in on multiply.
Yeah, it's actually like AI just knowing what you wanted to do before. I know
Hmm.
you wanted to put it on multiply. Let me just do that for you.
It's just smart. It
Yeah,
just knows. We definitely
Express
need
just
a
knows.
darker color.
Yeah.
Let's see what do we have with the lens flares.
Oh,
This
these are actually cool.
yeah, these seem cool.
Kind of like
We'll
lend
go
its
for this
quality to
darker one.
vintage there as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna fit
Like
like
film. Yeah.
it's gonna
Oh,
fit
that is
well with what
cool.
we got.
That is a nice effect there.
So we're gonna go to our layers and we want our text on top of this new gradient that we added.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this one that's and now I do this all the time actually, just play around with darkening the background.
Yeah.
So now our text is popping out a lot more,
Mm-hmm. That's a great tip.
which is great. Now my
Yeah.
debate is shall I box my text into this window? I think
Hmm.
I feel like I should do that. It just looks right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about experimenting. I
All
mean,
about experimenting
yeah.
and it's like for me it's just what looks right. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
see something I just know it looks right.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's such a thing as mathematical versus optical, right? So it may be mathematically correct, but it may not be visually or optically correct. So
Yeah,
trust your eye, I
I'm
would
definitely
say.
a trust your eye person. Like
Yeah.
I just need to
Yeah.
see it. Seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm.
So here we're just clicking through. Let's just see. We could also go here, choose from our font list because I wasn't feeling that font.
Yeah.
I think I
We
have
have
used this
about
one before.
10, I want to say less than 10 minutes to go for the stream. So if there's any last minute things you wanted to cover, now's the time.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna. We're almost done with this thumbnail here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just picked out a color
Mm-hmm.
to give it some more pop. And let's experiment with maybe a shadow here. Shadow be black.
Okay. The text shadows kind of really help more with legibility. I love that you're like just giving these pro tips in here with legibility and contrast, which is great. I love to see it.
Yeah, that's super. It's super important, and there's just like so many different ways to kind of go about it. This is a
Mm-hmm.
technique that I use all the time. It's like pretty much like put an overlay over the image. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Just pop your text out and
Mm-hmm.
make the image darker.
Yeah.
So your text is a little more legible, but at the same time, your image is still like seen. And I like to, of course, make the image like I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm just saying. Even this
Yeah.
is like not bad, but now like we're at zero now, and now I'm
Yeah.
just letting the text kind of have a little bit more pop.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that helped a lot.
That's a good breakdown of your process as well. Like pick an image, then put like find the text that you want, and then find how you can actually make the text pop with like increasing the legibility and contrast, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a thumbnail here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can quickly how fast I'm gonna try to see how fast
Yeah.
we can turn this also into a
Let's do
story.
it. It's a
So
it's a battle with time.
it's about with time right now. So I mean, we can click snapshot story since it's right there. It's the same size. All right.
Okay. Ooh, was there a happy accident? Did we add something there we didn't
Oh,
want?
I accidentally clicked something. Yeah.
And you
Let's
deleted
see.
it. Oh no. Oh, that is cool. Is that just like a background image?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just clicked the background image and now our gradient is still here. We want to make sure I like pump that up.
Sizing that up. Love it. And is this like a story template thing that you're creating?
Yeah. So or
Okay.
this would be like, another real cover or story template. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I
So I
actually
think
like that little off center there.
yeah, this could be a cool effect. I'm just playing around with this.
Yeah. So do you ever like create templates of your own for stories now that you know that this is the kind of style that you have and you just use like the layout, and do you like just ever go back and replace them, or do you do it from scratch?
Um so I mean, yeah, like the layout thing has kind of made it a lot easier.
Mhm.
So I just use that same function, like that same thing,
Okay.
not
Yeah.
necessarily a template.
Yeah. The
But I feel
feature.
like
Yeah.
that's something I definitely like I was kind of saying is I really want to be able to like make my brand more cohesive and things like that.
Mhm.
So I think that that's definitely something that I'm going to be working on is like, even the fonts and the things that I'm using, making them more seamless across like
Yeah.
my channel, like even from YouTube to Instagram.
Yeah.
Like it's something that I want to definitely do and like upgrade over time.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Yes,
That's fair.
all a process.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Just need like a whole week of
Yeah.
pumping out YouTube thumbnails and Instagram
Yeah,
Reel clips.
literally. It's just finding the right style and whatnot. But I like how this
Yeah.
is looking. I think this is like a pretty good um thumbnail. I would even do something like that and just keep the black space
Mhm.
because now this will like when I post it, I can use this as like the feed thumbnail
Yeah.
and and so
Still
yeah, now
works.
we have like I love I this is like one of my favorite features that exists because like now I have like one project and it has like the YouTube thumbnail size and it has the story thumbnail,
Mhm.
which I find like super helpful.
Yeah, you can do the same thing in the same project. I mean, multiple things in the same project. What are words? Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We have about 5-ish minutes left. Is there any last minute favorite feature or something that you want to showcase?
Hmm. Let's see. I think I might just showcase. Well, this is another. I'm just gonna show you guys some of the ways that I've used it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I've done is this other thumbnail that I created. It was one of the times where I got to be able to use the layout feature in like
Mm-hmm.
this 4 by or like 2 by 2 grid.
Yeah.
And I think like that also was really cool because it's kind of just like that three tile grid, but like this is for like a horizontal situation.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of these things because it gives like a lot of context to the story. And I think like something I'm really trying to explore more of is like how Express has all these crazy combinations, as you
Mm-hmm.
can see that I'm scrolling through right here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to kind of explore that more and get into that. So
Yeah. I feel like I've never actually explored any of these layouts, and it's kind of fun because I would never even think of using these layouts by my own or even make any of this by myself. So it's like pretty cool.
yeah, they have so many cool layouts. So I enjoy using it for that. It gives a lot of like, instead of like one image, it's like gives a lot more context.
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, and even like this is one that I made literally today. 'Cause it's been 1 year since I have lived in New York City, and I just took stills from, these are actually like vertical
Mm-hmm.
videos,
Yeah.
right? So like even if you make videos kind of like on the phone, like I shot everything here on the phone. So
Okay.
actually this is like, I just want to kind of show this being okay. Yeah, so if I like zoom out of this, I like crop this. Let me show you guys the thing. So I'm gonna add a page here, same as this page. In 1 second, pull up my files.
Yeah. We're thinking. Love that. I just want to say thank you to everyone joining us. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for the images to come in.
Yeah, thank you everyone that has joined. All right, sweet. Oh,
Are we trying to drag an image?
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I
I
got it.
guess you need to be on the same window for that.
Or you know what? I
Uh,
can just upload it.
yeah,
Boom.
we
Here we
could do that.
go.
Yeah, you can drag images into Express, so that's also pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just like streaming is the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But not to worry, we got it.
yeah. We did it. We had like an hour, and we did so much. I love to see it.
Yeah, we really
Just like
created so much stuff.
Yeah, just like as a quick wrap up, could you review what we created in the past hour for our audience, and then we can say goodbye?
Yeah. So, I
Yeah,
mean, real quick, I just wanted to show that this
yeah,
is like a
absolutely.
vertical image,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then using Express, I actually just converted all the stills from like my vertical vlog
Yeah,
into these horizontal panels. So now people have a little bit more context than just one image.
that's actually
But
pretty cool. I wouldn't have known that that was a vertical image unless you didn't show that. Yeah,
yeah, that's I wanted to show it. Like all these
yeah,
are originally vertical, but not to geek out over that, but basically yes. So today, super dope opportunity. First of all, thank you, Adobe, and thank you, Anika, for
absolutely.
being here with me
Mm-hmm.
and helping out throughout. But yeah, like this was awesome, and we got to cover a lot of things. In this stream, we basically covered how I utilize Adobe Express in my process as a
Yeah,
photographer and filmmaker, and we went through a bunch of things, everything from creating thumbnails to also creating stories and reel covers that help funnel people and gain attract and like get their attention on the main things that I'm creating, right? So like I mainly use Adobe Express to kind of recap. I mainly use Adobe Express to promote like my YouTube channel or promote different things that I am trying to bring people's attention to. And I think Adobe Express is really great at being able to quickly make assets for things like that. Like social media is all about creating these different assets from like story posts to reel covers to YouTube thumbnails. There's so many different things. And
mm-hmm.
for me, I'm always focused on creating my videos, and
Yeah,
I'm just like, what's the next video? And I want to spend all my time on that. So I'm not like, I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on creating thumbnails and reel covers, which you totally could.
yeah,
So that's why I love using Adobe Express to quickly like reduce the time that it takes for me to create those things, but also create them at like a high level. Use the
yeah,
features. We used features such as the
Higher
different
efficiency.
templates. We
Yeah.
use the different features like templates and text, and also like
All
um,
right. Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. Thank you so much for showing us your workflow page in Adobe Express. I thoroughly enjoyed myself looking at your workflow. We have people in chat saying they liked it as well. So thank you so much again for joining us here on Adobe Live. For the audience, though, we do have office hours coming up next with Nick and Andrew. So stay tuned for that on the Adobe Live YouTube channel, also on Behance. And we will be back another time next Wednesday with another Adobe Express stream, but all throughout the week with more Adobe Live programming. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And thank you, Tej, and thank you everyone for joining. Bye for now.